had a request for stretching and ergonomics. So we kind of focus on that every time, but we're gonna extra focus on it today. I'd like you to come into your body, come into your breath. If you have an essential oil, grab it. Today, I am using present time, because that's all there is the present. If you don't have an oil, you can do this with us nonetheless. But if you have an oil, go ahead and drop a drop in your left palm. And then with or without an oil, you're going to spiral your hands together. Begin to feel the energy. Soft bend in the knees. Bring the hands up to the face and inhale. Exhale. Begin to feel expansion in the interior of the body. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Bring the hands up towards the face. Inhale. And then reach the hands up, stretching high, look up, and then just relax and let the arms naturally cascade down through space. Finding complete softness here. We're gonna roll onto the balls of our feet and then back into the heels and then forward into the balls. You'll feel the toes here as well. So I'm making ovals, definitely not circles. Maybe kind of circles, sometimes. Test your balance here. The squeak of the floor is distracting me, so I'm gonna move a little bit. Should probably move this way so you can see me better. Ah, hello squeak. Embrace the sounds. This is part of meditation. This is part of life. Breathing here. Finding deepening in the breath, but allowing it to happen naturally. So we're not forcing, we're inviting awareness, inviting expansion. I trust you've gone both directions, as is the nature of this practice. Maybe you hear the wind chimes outside. And then we're going to long and tall through the right side body. Just come up on the toes of the left foot, articulate, push down through the toes with an equal amount of force as you are pressing down through the right foot, and replace that foot other side. Grounding through the left, come up onto the toes of the right. I'm not lifting my foot off the ground. And breathe. Pressing that foot back down, other side. Again, we're maintaining equilibrium through the weight of the body, so we're not doing much of a weight transfer here. We're maintaining our solid center core. This is engaged right now. This is engaged. Breathe. And then I'm going to turn to the side so you can see we're going to stretch our quads and our necks. But if you need a wall, find one to lean on. Length and stability through the grounding leg, pick up the opposite foot. If you can't grab your foot, you can always put a towel underneath and hold on to the towel or a t-shirt or whatever. Whatever it is, I invite you to have length through the front side body. So opening up the awareness of the front side body. Again, this is engaged. Stretching, lengthening, and being soft in the breath. Can you release your glute here of the stretching side? My knees are reaching towards one another. And then let that go, and then we'll do the other side. Finding a wall should you need it. Reach back for the foot, top of the foot. Again, you can always put a cloth underneath your knee and do it that way. Finding your own stability, finding your own inner light, finding your own North Star here. So if what I'm doing feels uncomfortable, change it. Don't do it. Breathing. And let that go. So emphasizing elongation of the spine. Ergonomics requires the knowledge and the feeling of the natural curve of the spine. So a lot of times we'll say straight spine, or you'll hear straight spine, but our spines aren't straight. Exhibit A in the corner. The spine is curved in the cervical neck, okay? And then there's a slight curve thoracic, and then it goes this way, and then it comes back this way. So there's lots of curves in the spine, and then within each vertebra, it allows for flexibility and fluidity, like a snake. So we're gonna do our neck a little bit here. Just find your breath, find your center, envision your spine inside your body. And then I want us to just put our chin to our chest and soften the rest of the body, soften the hip creases, slight bend in the knee, always. And breathe here and just let it go. Shoulders are soft. And then bring the head back to the starting position, neutral spine. Inhaling. And exhaling, bending over. Just a little bit in the neck. I'm not letting it go past my C7. It's not going deeper than my shoulders. Inhaling back up. Last one. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So starting at neutral, and we're going to go up and back. Inhaling here. Exhale, reaching your head up like somebody is pulling a string through the top of your head. So not cranking backwards and coming back to neutral. Like you're reaching up and over a baseball that's behind your head. Or a cantaloupe. Back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, reaching back, up and back, up and back. The emphasis is the up, and then coming back. And then we're going to drop one ear towards that shoulder. Breathing. Exhale back up. Other side. Feeling the stretch all down the neck, all down the arms. Soften the glutes, soften the quads. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Again, softening the muscles here that we are not using right now. We don't need to be gripping in our legs, for example. Inhale back to center. And exhaling, other side. Really slowing down here. This is about slowing down so that we tune in and back to center. And then shake. Shake. Little more shake. Shake it all up. And then we're going to do clockwise. You're going to be going in the opposite direction of me according to the video. But circling the head clockwise 3 times. And tune into your breath. Make your breath, the speed of your breath match your movement. So other way, other side, counterclockwise. We don't want to have a fast, shallow breath here. I'm not going. I am breathing slowly. So the inhale should take 1/2 of the clock, and the exhale should take the other half. And if you're lucky, you'll get an adjustment if your body needs one. And back to center. Great. Just a little left, right, left, right. Keep your chin parallel as you do this. And then I want you to begin to scrunch your fingertips in and open them as you do the left, right. And you're going to bring your arms out to the side. This is a little bit like rub your belly, tap your head, but not totally. And then the arms come all the way up to the top. You're still opening and closing your fingers. Breathing here. Breathing here. Your arms are in a comfortable place so you can hold them here, so we're not overstretching, right? Keep the shoulders down, find stability, gentle bend in the knee. Open, close, open, close. We're gonna do the same thing, cascading the arms down and out to the side, turning the head. And I invite you to see your arms in your peripheral vision. So my arms are not way back here, right? They're a little bit at a V, like a very wide V. Good. What do you feel? A little bit of exercise in here, right? A little bit of stretching of the flexors and the extensors of the arms. Because when we get little and micro, right, it works all of these tiny little muscles, but sometimes they stay contracted more than they need to. So we really want to go open, close, the dynamic, the full range of motion of those muscles and ligaments. And then just roll your wrists and find your breath. And then go the other way. Stretching and ergonomics. Begin to bend the knees as you continue to roll the wrists out and stretch the arms up. Breathing here, and then go the other way, let the arms come down. And then at halfway, just open the hands and shake them. Shake, 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 shake. Give yourself a clap. You're doing great. Notice if one side is different than the other. Maybe there's a tightness in one hand and a looseness in the other. Yay! If you make sound, which you're totally welcome to do, you should get that little warble in your voice because you're shaking your larynx as you do this. Okay, cool. Feeling good? Whew, where's your breath? Just bring your arms a little bit in front and clap them together. We've worked a lot on this axis, and now we're going to work on this axis, the Z axis. Okay, we are going to bring our left leg in front, place it down on the ground fully. We'll move back so you can see. And then our right leg behind us. I'm not on a tightrope. I could do that, that's something different. And I'm not super wide. I'm hips width. Okay, hips width distance. My back foot is slightly turned out to be ergonomically beneficial for the body. Breathing. Okay, prayer wheel. So softly raise your elbows up or your forearms up. Inhale here. Exhale. Start your choo-choo train. And the arms don't need to move, right? Like the arms aren't driving this movement. No. The arms are just staying here and they are a measure of the movement. The movement is coming from where? One's dantian. This is driving the movement. So, if I wanted to turn to the side, I have to have the awareness of my dantian to do so, okay? So I'm going to invite you to play a little bit with the movement on an arch, like a half circle on the floor, still staying with the prayer wheel, but allowing your headlamp, your Tai Chi, your Chi headlamp, to move away from 12 o'clock and to hit a couple other numbers on your clock. And this might feel super awkward if your body is not used to moving this way, but you are at the very least creating the intention, creating the awareness to do this. Okay, and then come to center, drop your arms, drag your front foot back, and then we'll switch sides. Where's your breath? So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Again, measure it with your hips. Micro bend in the knees. When? Always. Back foot at a slight angle out so that the body can be wonderfully in alignment and comfortable. Again, comfort. Without comfort, we can't develop awareness, more or less, right? Because we get stuck in where there's tension and where there's pain, and that's where our mind goes, wherever that is. So we want this loose, relaxed, wiggly, loose, flexible body. Okay. Breathing, arms up to the side. Inhale. Begin your prayer wheel. Again, it's here. Your dantian. And then I want you to draw in a mat picture, an arch or a clock on the ground, a sundial, if you will. And you're going to begin to turn and shine your light on different parts of the sundial. And it can be very small. Maybe your range of motion is just like this for right now. Let that be okay. Once we're okay with where we're at, we can move beyond it. This is one of the hardest lessons for many of us, myself included. But keep coming back to it and it will open up. And play with speed a little bit, right? You can go really fast and small, or you can go bigger and slower. The awareness of the dantian. And then soften, drag the front leg to the back, and shake it out. Ergonomics and stretching. We are going to do a roll down now. We're going to finish with a roll down and a roll up, and then maybe one other thing. So turn to the side, Jersey tomato, some of the best. Also Jersey corn. And your feet are hips width distance. Check in with the curvature of your spine, right? So we're not like super straight. I'm not trying to have a straight back. I want to breathe into the natural form of my body. So finding your natural form, finding what feels relaxed, slight bend in the knees. And then you're just going to slowly leave everything here. It's going to be like a cascade, a slow waterfall. So chin to the chest. Nice deep breath. Begin the exhale and the roll down a little bit more. We're taking 3 full or 4 full or 5 breaths to get down because you're stopping anywhere you feel tension. Breathing. Stopping on each inhale and then slowly proceeding down, slowly. The arms are hanging and loose. Stopping to breathe, stopping for tension. When you have tension or you feel tension, or maybe it's the opposite, maybe it's where it feels really good, like, oh, I need that stretch in that area. Stay there for a breath cycle. Find inner expansion. Letting the arms hang, letting the arms really extend. And if you reached your bottom, like, 15 seconds ago and you're like, ugh, why am I here? This is taking forever. You went too fast. I love you and you went too fast. So you can start over. I'll give you time. Or you can just back up, a few inches. So finding now that full extension, that full stretch on the back side of the body. You'll feel this up the backs of the legs, around, across, up through the pelvis and down the back, letting the head hang, breathing. If you'd like to get in a shoulder mobility stretch, interlace the fingers behind you, stretch those arms, turn the palms out, bring it back. Switch the grip, put the other thumb on top, again, extending the arms interlaced behind you, and then just letting them softly fall to their end point and back. And then separate the hands, let them come to the ground, breathing here. Straighten the back a little bit. Maybe your hands are on your shins. Maybe they are lower down to the ground, but straighten the spine, pull in the belly, so we are decompressing and straightening. So this is not the natural
position of the body. And then exhale, coming back down to the ground. Just release. Inhale, straighten up, extending the spine, pulling in the abs. And then back down to the ground. And then on the inhale, beginning to roll up, pressing through the feet, super slow, working towards symmetry and balance. And the slower you go, the easier it is to find the places of imbalance. If I rush up through, I don't know where the wiggle or the wobble happened because I moved too quickly through it. Taking the time for yourself. Feel your own heartbeat. Feel your own fingertips. Feel your own toes, sensing into those parts of the body. Relaxing at the hips. If you get, at all lightheaded or whatever, slow down, breathe. If ever you start to feel like, oh, something's funky, maybe your vision goes, bring yourself down to the floor and just sit, either find a comfortable seat or lay down. And then if you're up at the top, fantastic. I forgot what I was going to do here because I was worried about including a message for anyone feeling lightheaded. So roll your head, roll your neck, and then just roll the base of your spine. Both directions. Base of the spine, top of the spine, right? So we have this thing and we've worked it and we've worked everything in between as well. What was I gonna do? Let's bounce in our heels. It's grounding for us, right? If we went up and down, that was a lot of breathing. That was very slow, which is fantastic in the parasympathetic nervous system. Thanks you. I promise you that. But we want to get back in our bodies as this video comes to an end. If you have the time and ability, I invite you to try 20 minutes a day of some sort of stillness practice. And while sleeping is fantastic, the goal is to sort of not fall asleep every time you do it, but to sit in stillness and allowing yourself to open up your senses. Notice the noises around you. You can do this with your eyes closed, so you won't be seeing what you see around you, but you may notice light changes. You may notice nothing. You may totally tune out of your vision. We're such a vision-centric society at this point in the timeline that opening up the ears, opening up the smell, open up the proprioception of the body, the kinesthetic knowledge that the body has, feeling yourself sitting in the chair or on the couch or seated on a cushion. Try that. That's a little challenge to you. 30 days of 20 minutes a day. And if you can't do 30 days, do every other day. Do 3 times a week. Start small, but set a goal. And if the goal that you set you're not reaching or meeting, then back off of it. There's nothing worse than feeling bad about yourself and punishing yourself for not meeting a goal that you yourself set. Change the goal. So, with love and appreciation, with gratitude for the present moment, thank you very much. Continue your stretching. Continue to get to know yourself deeper.